What if we could use artificial intelligence to detect wildfires earlier? Wildfire season is upon us, and we know that wildfires can be absolutely catastrophic. People can lose their lives, their loved ones, their homes, their businesses, and we can lose huge swaths of landscape that wildlife depends on. I'm Paige, and this is my series AI for Good, where every Friday I tell you something good that's happening in the world of AI so that we can remember that it's not all bad. Google teamed up with Muron Space and the Environmental Defense Fund to create FireSat, a technology that's meant to identify wildfires earlier, hopefully leading to less catastrophic impacts of wildfires. Historically, authorities have been alerted to wildfires in one of two ways. The first one is that people see the wildfire and they report it. And the second one is that satellite images are made available to firefighters, and those firefighters can evaluate the images to see if there's a wildfire. The problem with people being the ones to identify and report the wildfires is that often people don't see the wildfire until it's at a catastrophic state. And secondly, that people tend to see something like a wildfire and say, we don't need to report that, it's probably already been reported. The problem with satellite images is that they're only made available to firefighters every 12 hours. So if a fire started after the last image was taken, it could be burning for 11 hours without firefighters knowing. In early 2025, FireSat launched their first satellite, and this is the first of many satellites which will form a satellite constellation around the Earth that can provide updated imagery every 20 minutes instead of every 12 hours. So here's how FireSat works. It's a satellite armed with infrared technology and enhanced by artificial intelligence. Because of the infrared technology that it's equipped with, it's able to identify smaller wildfires, which is really important. And the artificial intelligence they're using has been trained on a data set that includes images of the Earth, infrastructure, and local weather patterns. To validate the detection model for smaller wildfires, they actually flew the infrared sensors over controlled burns. Because FireSat was created to detect wildfires when they're smaller, it can actually detect a wildfire 1/400th of the size of early detection satellites. They say that that's about 5 by 5 meters, or the size of a classroom. The artificial intelligence gets the images from the satellites and reviews them rapidly to be able to identify whether or not there's an anomaly or something that's changed from the last photo. When the AI detects that there's a wildfire, it can alert the local fire authorities, and they can mobilize more quickly, saving land and possibly saving buildings and businesses and lives. In June of 2025, FireSat was able to detect a small roadside fire in my home state of Oregon, and it detected it before any other space-based systems were able to. And they have similar stories in Canada, Australia, and in Alaska. FireSat was named one of Time Magazine's best inventions of 2025. We've all seen the catastrophic damage that wildfires can do, and using satellite, infrared, and AI combined to create this incredible tool to detect wildfires earlier is just an unbelievable use of those technologies.